The primary job at Christ School is to develop a young man and his future. Coming to a school like this, they get to be the captain of their own ship. They get to make choices that have benefits. Learning to do business with adults and being their own self-advocate, I don't know if there's anything more important than that.
Yeah, relationships are at the core of what we do. We don't want people to just be passengers throughout this entire experience. We want them to be drivers.
When my son came as a 9th grader, it was kind of normal. You met your teacher on the first day of class. But after you've been here a year, it's so wonderful because by the time you go into, let's say, 10th grade and you go to see your teachers for the first time, you've already probably either had them as a coach or had meals with them in the dining hall.
I think that the relationship with teachers especially, from my experience, is just really close. So it's small classes, really intimate with the teacher. Even during extra help or after school, you can schedule meetings or even just show up.
I came to Christ School this year, so it's just been really supportive. Everybody's been really nice, and I've already met a lot of people. I can go someplace and all of the teachers know my name, which is just a great experience that you can't get in a lot of places.
Each boy comes here with a narrative, with experiences, with quirks, with a sense of humor. We like that. What we want to do is to develop that. So at graduation, I've got an 18-year-old boy crossing the stage that's fully engaged and fully functional and ready for the next step in his life.
The way the teachers teach, totally boy-centered, because they know through research that boys like a louder voice. They like a teacher that's moving around the room. The boys want to interact with the teacher.
I've gotten into things, digital photography, like that I wouldn't usually do at home or at another school.
The course load is difficult in a way, but you have people who can support you and help you through it.
The Christ School campus is located in a very unique area. We're 8 miles from downtown Asheville and all the amenities that they offer. But more importantly, we have these 500 pristine acres where a boy can be a boy. If he wants to run through the woods, if he wants to fish, if he wants to ride his mountain bike through the 5 miles of cut trails, this is just an awesome venue.
For boys, it's a dream world here in the mountains with so many outdoor adventure sports all around that they can get to quickly, but at the same time to have what downtown Asheville offers with all of the arts and the different activities. It's just a perfect location for this school.
There's a bond here, there's a brotherhood where they watch each other's backs, they support each other, whether it's on the stage in drama, whether it's on the football field, whether it's on the community service trip. There is a special camaraderie here that you can only really experience if you come and see it and meet our young men. It is one of the most impressive things and the thing that I'm probably most proud of here at Christ School.
Check.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Greenie Lacrosse on the Christ School Broadcast Network. I'm Associate Athletic Director Bobby Long alongside Senior Will Smoots bringing you this state championship game. The moment you have been waiting for is here. At this time last year, the Christ School Greenies took this very field looking for the school's first ever state championship game, and 363 days later, they're back and looking for back-to-back state championships. However, on the other side of the field is Providence Day School. They come into the game with a record of 19-4, having defeated Greensboro Day School and Charlotte Latin to get here. Will, a guy on the Greenies are going to have to look out for is number 22, Will Filio.
You're right about that, and the kid is great. He's an all-state attackman for Providence Day. He can score at will. He will be matched up most likely with Max Bree, and Christ School will need to know where he is throughout the entire game. But if you're on the Christ School defense, you will need to look out for freshmen Ethan Robinette and Cole Jesse, the two attackmen.
Yeah, for sure, Will. These guys are just freshmen, but years from now, you will be seeing these two play in college. Now, they're going to need to play big for Providence Day, but with the ability and the athleticism that they have from the attack position, the midfield position, these guys can get it done. The Greenies will need to know where they are at all times.
For sure, these two, along with Filio, will be crucial for the Mustang offense. They've played huge all season, and Providence Day will just need one more big game from them to get the job done.
Yeah, they all these teams have played well to make another appearance in the state championship game. Providence Day defeated Charlotte Latin. The Greenies come into the game having defeated Charlotte Country Day on Tuesday, and that score was 16-9. Providence Day and Christ School faced off back in April. Greenies came out with the win in that game, 17-5, but I do not expect to see the same score today as Providence Day comes in hungry, ready to play. Will, what do you think?
You're right, Bobby, and this is going to be a close game, but both teams are hungry for a victory. Honestly, the matchup I'm most looking forward to is watching the face-off matchup between Tyler Campbell and Jack McClawhorn, which is going to be huge throughout the game and very important for both teams. Coach Miles said this is the most important matchup, and that Tyler Campbell is really good, really athletic. He has a quick clamp, and this is going to be a good battle for Jack, who has really come on these last few games, over 70%.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hold on here. Just want to make a quick announcement that our live scoreboard isn't working. The game, however, is underway as Coles Manning takes a shot there just wide. Possession will be restarted by Jack Harrison from Charlotte, North Carolina. But, I'm excited to watch these two face-off guys, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the winner of this game come from whoever wins this face-off matchup. But we are underway here at Christ School. We have Christ School in white, Providence Day in blue. And state championship game. Couldn't be more excited about this one. So far, the weather has held off. And two great teams getting ready to play the Christ School championship game as we see a good defensive possession from Providence Day, keeping Christ School off the board. And they will have their first offensive possession of the game. Oh, close shot there by Providence Day. Just goes off the inside of the cage. That would have been a huge goal for the Mustangs early on in this game after Christ School was able to get 3 shots off. So with the ball at the top of the field, we see number 7. That's Ethan Robinette. That's Aiden Wolfinger, also on offense, along with Matthew Donlin, Cole Jesse, number 22, Will Filio, we talked about, as well as number 12, Mac Hale.
Seeing right there, Christ School doing a great job. That was McNichols and Byron doing a great job, sending the double and staying with it. And that's what caused that turnover right there.
Yeah, don't be surprised to see some interesting footing situations today as it rained all night and well into the morning here. So I would expect that to play a factor, but here we are. State championship game, no excuses, got to come out, got to get the victory regardless of conditions. So great defensive possession. That's number 40, Jack Justice, but he will step out of bounds, I believe. And the Greenies will take possession.
Yeah, great ride there by number 16, Zach Grindy.
That's Hunter Vines with the ball. Was an All-American for Christ School last year, as well as All-State these last 2 years. All-time leading goal scorer for the Greenies. So this will be a big matchup between him and Grant Abrams, who was just awarded the Sportsmanship Award, along with Luke Brzezinski for fantastic sportsmanship throughout the year. And another guy to look out for is the goalie Jake Steiner, who has been the goalie for quite a while. I believe all 4 years for Providence Day, playing in his last game. And he is a big, athletic, explosive goalie was the name that some of the players were using, and he will be all over it today. So, I was surprised a couple weeks ago when the Greenies were able to pour in 17 goals against Providence Day, but like I said, I would not be surprised if this were a 1 or 2 goal game here in the state championship. As that shot is taken and scored by Hunter Vines, who will start it off for Christ School. So great goal scored there by Hunter Vines, the senior, all-time leading goal scorer, scoring on cue right as we were talking about him. And that makes Jack McLawhorn 2 for 2 so far in the face-off circle. So great job by him. And we will get a quick timeout by Coach Miles as the Greenies lead with 7:55 remaining in the first quarter. Once again, unfortunately, our live scoreboard is not working, but the scoreboard on the field is, and we will keep you up to date with what the score is, what the time is on the clock often.
Yeah, so far, Coach Long, the biggest thing I've noticed is not only Jack McLaughlin's 2 for 2, but also defensively for the Mustangs, they're going to lock Hunter Vines. So they're going to put number 18, I believe that's Grant Abrams, on Hunter. Try to lock him. So if you notice, the first possession, Hunter went straight to crease. And Country Day did a lot of that. They showed Christ School what they should do, basically, if they lock Hunter. So they had a good practice with that last game. And so it'll be interesting to see how that goes going forward in Christ School's strategy, maybe getting Davis Lindsay more involved.
Yeah, I'd expect to see guys like Jack Harrison and Lindsay and Grindy really get involved here today. Quite a few teams this year have really tried to limit Hunter Vines from getting the ball, which, if I were a lacrosse coach, that's one of the things I would do as well, because he is lethal with the ball in his hands. So look for Grant Abrams and the Hunter Vines matchup to be huge today, along with the face-off circle. Two of the biggest ones here. Two fantastic goalies for Providence Day and for Christ School. So it's going to be a good day and definitely, I think an explosive day from both teams here. So we'll see the Greenies here. That's Davis Lindsay behind the cage with the ball, 6-on-6 situation. On offense right now, we see Harrison, Grindy, Sean Dow, Hunter Vines, and Phil Hodges.
Lindsay comes around X, misfires, but that's the second time he's been able to get around X and get his hands free. So we'll see how the Mustangs maybe change that, because that's two shots that he's very good at, but have just gone wide.
Yeah, he's normally able to score right above GLE. Unfortunately, both of those shots were not on goal, but Davis Lindsay, very capable, great athleticism, fun to watch. As that shot by Philip Hodges goes just off the crossbar. And there are 6 minutes and 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Yeah, so we're going to take the, just so there's no confusion, we're going to take that live score clock off the okay, yeah. So anyway, we'll have the score will be correct, and we will continue to tell you time as Greenies have a transition opportunity. That's Hunter Vines with the ball, gets pushed, but able to score, unassisted goal. Impressive goal from Hunter Vines at full speed. If you don't stop him early, it's hard to stop him at all. Hunter Vines with his second goal of the game. So Greenies lead here early 2-0, 6:35 remaining in the first quarter. And, one of the things when Hunter Vines gets in transition, that's when he is at his best. So 2 early goals for him and for the Greenies as they lead Providence Day 2-0 here in the 2018 NCISAA state championship game.
Yeah, and a jump by Tyler Campbell is going to give the Greenies the ball from the face-off spot. So Jack McLaughlin now, he moves to 3 for 3 on the evening.
Yeah, big for McLaughlin, big for the Greenies to get started that quickly. Because I'm telling you, Tyler Campbell, been watching film all week. He is fantastic. And another fantastic finish. That is number 12, Marcus Berger. Will, who is the assist to there?
It was an unassisted take by Marcus Berger. Great job getting inside. And a timeout by Providence Day after going down early 3-0. 6 minutes, 15 seconds remain in the first quarter. Christ School leads Providence Day 3-0.
So Jack McLaughlin, 3 for 3 in the face-off circle. Let's see if he's able to continue this. I mentioned in the opening, I believe that whoever was winning in the face-off circle, whoever came out with the best percentage would likely win this game. And so far, 3 for 3, 3 goals in the favor of Christ School. So let's see how this continues to go as Jack McLaughlin wins his 4th consecutive face-off. So very impressive early start for Christ School. Has a great defensive possession there from number 22, Will Filio, the all-state attackman for Providence Day, who makes a great pass and finish. That's Filio to number 6, Cole Jesse. So great job for Providence Day to get a steal off of Alex Byron there and able to put it home 3-1 in favor of Christ School.
That's one of the problems from the face-off spot. If you decide to go back to your defenders, most teams in the collegiate level will do that and they attempt just to clear it from there, but sometimes it causes an issue.
Assist from Will Filio.
So McLaughlin wins the clamp and the scoop and finds Max Bree, who loses it for a second, but is going to be called for a push. So Providence Day now going to get another chance on offense.
Yes, we got 5:22 remaining in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, unfortunately, the scoreboard on the live stream is not working, but we will keep you updated as this game goes on. That's Hunter Vines. Gets some room. Shot. Score. Hunter Vines with his third goal. Greenies lead 4-1. Hat trick time for Hunter Vines, the senior, all-time leading goal scorer. Fantastic one-on-one possession, and it looks like Providence Day is going to have to figure out a way to slide to him early because he is playing well. He is locked in, Will.
Yeah, there's no question about that. Must be the white shooter on the all-black stick. But nonetheless, Hunter Vines, 3 shots, 3 goals. He's feeling it today. Doesn't want to let the team down.
Yeah, so we have 4-1, 5:15 remaining in the first. Greenies lead here early at the state championship game.
As Campbell wins the faceoff. And Providence Day going to get another possession. And that's where the faceoff spot is so important. And it's not about who wins it in the moment, but it's about the number of possessions a team can get from it. Most of the time, the team dominating the faceoff spot is going to have the majority of possessions. That's going to lead to the most opportunities. And in high school, that's extremely important as well in college.
So behind the cage right now, we see number 12, Mac Hale, with the ball. Great defense by Luke Brzezinski, who for Christ School won the Sportsmanship Award just minutes before tip-off. And that's number 20 right now. That's Matthew Donlin with the shot attempt. So Aiden Wolfinger will restart possession here. Good defense by Spencer Dyer. And we're going to get an illegal pick on Mac Hale. So Greenies will get possession.
And McNichols doing a great job finding Alex Byron.
Well, surprising miss there as Davis Lindsay was wide open one-on-one with the goalie. Unfortunately, unable to put it home. Providence Day lucks out there, but so far Davis Lindsay is 0 for 3, but he's gonna figure it out. He's been fantastic for the Greenies all year, leading the team in points. So would not be surprised to see him score the next goal for Christ School.
Yeah, you're right about that. Davis Lindsay with 103 points on the season, 51 goals and 52 assists, followed shortly by Hunter Vines, who is at exactly 100 points on the season. So when you have 2 great players on your team scoring 100 points in a season at the same time, that's always a good sign. You know the season's going well so far.
Yeah, Greenies missing some easy ones here early as that one sails just over the crossbar from Zach Grindy. But, we wondered, this year with the loss of guys like Riley Smith and Joey Sinque, as well as Will Iorio, who is going to step up for the Greenies. And we've seen that early from Davis Lindsay and Hunter Vines, Grindy, and Harrison. So great job from all those guys as they're going to call a penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold. That one's on number 3, Jalorm. I don't know the exact pronunciation of the last name. I apologize if I mispronunciated it, but that one is on number 3 for the Mustangs, a hold. So that's going to be a 30-second technical penalty, and Christ School's going to have their first man-up opportunity.
Yeah, first man-up opportunity for either team with 3:14 remaining in the first quarter. Both teams here, very important possession here. If you can kill this penalty for Providence Day, would definitely be a big momentum boost as Greenies lead here early. We're going to have a shot here from Hunter Vines, puts it home. Great save there by Jake Steiner, And great successful clear. Now we're going to have a 5-on-3 situation for Providence Day. Great goal opportunity, but that one is saved by Bo Hekimovich. Great job from the sophomore goalie, All-State this year. And that's Philip Hodges able to get a touch, and they'll slow it down and go 6v6. So great job, great transition defense from the Greenies to get that one stopped. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, but also a great job by Providence Day killing that penalty.
That's Philip Hodges, the senior from Salina, Kansas, with the ball here to Sean Dow, just a freshman for the Greenies. Now Zach Grindy out of Virginia. He'll take a shot, just goes wide, but Greenies will retain possession. So Greenies getting quite a few shot opportunities here early, unable to put the majority of them home, but still nonetheless lead 4-1 here in the state championship game. Davis Lindsay took the slide, caused the double team. Philip Hodges shoots, and that one will go wide as well. But the Greenies getting quite a few chances. We'd like to see a couple more of those go home.
Yeah, the double comes for Lindsay. And Zach Grindy doing a great job of keeping the possession alive.
Great hustle from both teams. That's Jack Harrison. We have a great pass there. Finds Lindsay. The bounce shot, that one will score. We said the next goal could come from Lindsay, and it did. Great pass from Jack Harrison, the junior, to the sophomore, Davis Lindsay. Greenies lead 5-1. 1:15 remaining in the first quarter.
And McClawhorn wins yet again another face-off. And he finds Max Bree, who gets it to the attack. And they're going to slow things down here. See, what I liked about that last possession was they finally found some open players to shoot an outside shot. So far, we've seen a lot of isolation, a lot of one-on-one takes. And so far, it's been great, but it's not going to work every single time. And that what happened last time with that pass. Jack Harrison drew the slide, passed it to Davis Lindsay, a skip pass, and found him for a nice open shot.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When Greenies are passing, that's, oh my goodness gracious, Hunter Vines, unbelievable shot, and he is locked in early. His fourth goal of the game. Greenies lead now 6-1 off of that shot from Hunter Vines. Did you see who was that assist from? Did you see that?
Yeah, Coles Mann doing a great job of dodging, and then from behind X, throwing it back to Hunter.
So great last 2 minutes here from Christ School as they're able to put two home. 34 seconds left. Let's see what both teams can do as we have a mad scrum for the ball. Let's see who will come away with it. And that ball is going to be out of bounds on 18, Grant Abrams. Christ School will get the ball. Great job by Max Bree to chase him down and force the turnover. 18 seconds left. That's Davis Lindsay. Good cut there by Grindy. He finds him. Great pass, great connection from Lindsay to Grindy. And if you're Christ School, this is a great 2 minutes here as they're able to put home another goal, their third in the last minute and 40 seconds. 12 seconds remaining. Christ School leads 7-1.
Yeah, Davis Lindsay saw Zach the whole time, cutting across the crease. The double came early. Well, not really a double, but the slide came early for Providence Day on Davis, and that left Zach wide open on the crease with a great finish.
2-1. All right, they will not get a shot off, but in terms of a first quarter, it's about as well as you can play from Christ School, and that's considering that they missed a couple easy opportunities, but nonetheless, they lead 7-1 after the first quarter. The lone goal for Providence Day was scored by freshman Cole Jesse, assisted by senior All-State player Will Filio. So, and he's headed to Jacksonville next year to play some Division I lacrosse. So, not quite the quarter that I expected. Will, how do you feel about how Christ School played there in the early going?
Well, I think Christ School in the first 3 minutes or so came out a little hesitant, especially on the shooting side. Offensively, they picked it up, definitely picked up the pace as well, and started letting it fly. I think that's what you really have to do in a game like this is you just have to take your shots. And the majority of time, if it's a good shot, it's going to go in. But defensively for Christ School, they've just been solid all game. And so there's nothing to be disappointed about that. They've been solid all season. It's a great sign to see them keeping it up today, especially with Hekimovich, him and Steiner, both with 2 saves apiece. Both of them doing a great job of just taking care of those outside shots especially. But, I mean, it's tough, especially inside on the crease. I know Steiner, it's tough for him, especially those close shots. But nonetheless, both goalies, I think, are doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's been tough. There have been quite a few shot opportunities in that first quarter from Christ School. I mean, over 15 shot opportunities. So if you're a goalie, I mean, he was able to save or at least, stop 8 of those opportunities, though some went wide. So, look for the defense for Providence Day to pick it up a little bit here in the second quarter. As we have another quick goal, that one, Davis Lindsay assist goes to Greenies. Greenies with an early 8-1 lead, unexpected. McLawhorn has just been absolutely fantastic. So just 9 seconds into the second quarter, Greenies able to put their 8th goal home, and they lead early 8-1 over Providence Day, playing a very impressive first quarter here in the early going. Both teams looking for their second ever state championship. Christ School won last year, and I believe it was in 2007 that Providence Day won their first and only state championship. So both teams looking for number 2. So we have a pass from Davis Lindsay to Coles Manning. Looks like the defender for Providence Day got in the way of the goalie, and he didn't see it until the last minute. There may be 9 goals scored by the attackmen and midfielders, but, so far I'd have to say the MVP of the game is Jack McLawhorn, who has been unstoppable, nearly unstoppable from the face-off circle as he gets another one. I believe that is number 10 of 11 this game. He takes a shot himself. That one saved. Providence Day looks to get the clear. Good save there by Jake Steiner. Looks like we had an offsides on Providence Day. That's Will McNichols, the junior defenseman, who will get a touch for Christ School. Now ball in the hands of the sophomore Davis Lindsay. Offensively right now, we see Grindy, Lindsay, Vines, Manning, and Philip Hodges. So 10:21 remaining here in the second quarter. Greenies' lead is 8 at 9-1. Deep shot saved by Jake Steiner, able to save the bounce. And we're going to have Davis Lindsay sitting in the crease right now. But nonetheless, Providence Day in the transition, number 21, Kyle Wood.
Yeah, Christ School, the middies, especially Phil Hodges and Marcus Berger doing a great job getting back in transition, getting into the hole. That's exactly what Coach Miles teaches them every day at practice. And that's really just to stop those transition opportunities that they've given up several goals this year from.
Yeah, we just saw some great defense from James Lilly, forcing the ball back up top. 9.5 minutes left here in the second. Great move there by number 12, Mac Hale, but even better save goes to Bo Hekimovic. So Vines goes for the gamble there on Carter Blessing. Made a great defensive play, bringing the ball, getting a touch for Providence Day. That's number 22, Will Filio, who has the ball. Defense played by Alex Byron, who's headed to Furman University to play lacrosse next year. Great slide comes from McNichols. Great defensive play by the two of them. But they're going to call a push, I believe, on the Greenies. Providence Day will keep possession.
But again, Christ School doing a great job sending the double. That was McNichols and Byron yet again. And that's exactly what you want. Although they were called for the push in the end, that just forces any defender to sort of panic in that moment. But that's another matchup with Bree on the sideline. Brooks is in at LSM, so Byron will be matched up with Filio.
So right now, the 2018 state championship is happening for Christ School track and field at Ravenscroft. Just want to make a quick announcement as we see a save by Hekimovic on a shot by Ethan Robinette. Official Christ School goes 1, 2, 3 in the high jump and 1, 3, 4 in the triple jump with that's Aiden White, Jalen LeCue, and Trey Austin in the high jump, and Jalen LeCue, Trey Austin, and Kevin Snyder in the triple jump. So impressive as Christ School takes the lead at the state meet with that performance. But anyway, back to lacrosse. Great defense there from Alex Byron, and great help on the slide from Hagen Brooks.
Yeah, but now Christ School's defense been on the field quite a while, especially with back-to-back turnovers trying to clear the ball, so they'll have to clean that up going forward. So the score remains 9-1, just 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
.647 remaining. Greenies lead by 8, 9-1 over Providence Day. Good pass up there. That's number 7 with the shot. Ethan Robinette saved by Hekimovic. His 4th save of the game. 5th save, excuse me. And he's playing great in goal so far for Christ School. As McNichols will get a touch for the Greenies. He's got room. He's going to take a shot. That one scores! Great goal from Will McNichols. Took it, bid the defense by himself, got the clear, got the touch, and gets the goal. Impressive goal there by Will McNichols as the Greenies lead 10-1 with 6:21 left in the second quarter.
So that was Sean Dow on the face, but Max Bree picks it up after he lost a clamp, then got stripped. Great check there. That was number 14, Baird Kosakis.
That's Will Filio, the senior, going to Jacksonville with the ball. He'll get in deep, but he will end up, and there's going to be a penalty on Alex Byron. Looks like he got pushed, and that will most likely be a 30-second penalty. First man-up opportunity for Providence Day, a big opportunity for Providence Day to get a goal here as man-down defense goes on for Christ School. Hagan Brooks, Max Bree, number 12, Marcus Berger, McNichols, and Spencer Dyer for the Greenies. So let's see what the Christ School defense is able to do, as Providence Day right now has Ethan Robinette, Alex Jemison, Magno, Mac Hale, Filio, Donlin, and Jesse. 5:38 remaining in the in the second quarter. That shot saved. Good dodge there, but even better defense from Max Bree. And I'm going to miss watching Max Bree play as we see a great goal from freshman Cole Jesse. And Providence Day is on the board again, 10-2 with 5:20 remaining in the second quarter. Another face-off win by Jack Harrison, who's played for Jack McLawhorn. I've done that a couple times these last games, but great job by Jack McLawhorn winning another face-off for Christ School. 5 minutes left here in the first half. That's Philip Hodges with the ball. Good defense there by number 19, Carter Blessing. Tough move there from Greenies with a 6-on-6. We'll see some 6-on-6 offense here. Great move there by Grant Abrams, the senior. And he will take it himself, tiptoes the sideline. We got a 5-on-4 situation.
So now about 4 minutes, 10 seconds remain in the second quarter. Providence Day with the ball. That's Filio. Great spin move, but a great save by Hekmovich. And another great save by Hekmovich on the crease.
Yeah, real impressive save there from Bo Hekmovich. And he is single-handedly keeping Providence Day off the board, as he's done a fantastic job. Good job there by Kyle Wood. Chased now by 3 Greenies, able to get it away to Robinette. Good opportunity for Providence Day. And we're going to get a behind-the-back goal scored by Cole Jesse from Robinette, the freshman connection midfielder to attack. Great goal from Providence Day. 10-3 Greenies, 3:20 remaining in the second quarter.
So the Mustangs jump early. That was number 2, Tyler Campbell, But the Mustangs with back-to-back goals, that's cut the lead down to 7 for the Greenies.
Yeah, and a hat trick for freshman Cole Jesse. two or three of their best players on Providence Day are just freshmen. So look to see these guys taking home all-state accolades for years to come. As Cole Jesse has just been tough to stop, as well as Ethan Robinette doing quite a bit for Providence Day. So good to see them getting Providence Day back into this. Shot there by Coles Manning goes just wide. And good hustle there by number 27, Connor Lewis, who will get possession back for Providence Day.
So the Mustangs clear that one, and they'll have another chance on offense with just 2 minutes left on the clock here in the second quarter. Greenies still lead 10-3, but Providence Day definitely still in this game, although down 7.
Yeah, scored 2 consecutive goals. Momentum is definitely in their favor, and they have spent a lot of time in 6v6 against the Greenies defense. So maybe starting to wear them down a little bit as Christ School has gotten some shots, but been shooting them quickly. That shot by Mac Hale saved by Hekimovich, and Greenies are moving on offense. That's Marcus Berger, who scored earlier, to Grindy, to Hunter Vines, and great defense there by number 18, Grant Abrams. We've called his name quite a few times as he has made things tough for Christ School. 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining. Pass, Providence Day, fantastic movement, and Will Filio will put it home, nearly knocking the ref over with his momentum because he scores a beautiful goal, and they've scored 3 in a row. Providence Day trails 10-4, but scored the last 3, so Providence Day making a move here, starting to feel a little bit more comfortable on offense as it's just a 6-goal game with 1:14 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and the offense for the Greenies has to recognize the defense has been the ball's been on the defensive side for the majority of this second quarter. They've got to slow it down offensively. You can't have a fast break right there and then give it up and let the Mustangs come back down the field with their own fast break, and that's what happened right there. But great passing there from Providence Day. Great teamwork all around, just a great goal. So Philip Hodges goes in at attack for Zach Grinny, who comes to the sideline with a small injury as McClawhorn yet again wins another face. Just 1 minute now left on the clock, and Christ School needs to get the ball into the box. They need to get a touch as Hunter Vines now has it. Gets hit, but gets into the box, and he's going to take it himself as nobody picks him up, and Hunter Vines just missed, but was stepped in the crease. So Providence Day now, 46 seconds. They're going to get a chance with the ball and attempt to clear it.
Yeah, big opportunity for Providence Day as they've scored 3 consecutive goals. Now Greenies have missed. Oh, they give it up. Max Bree with a huge save, 3-on-2. Davis Lindsay, but Jake Steiner able to put it home. But we're going to have a shot attempt that goes just wide. Davis Lindsay able to get it back. 30 seconds remaining, and Christ School will call a timeout, leading 10-4 here. 30 seconds remaining in the first half.
Call. Good timeout call by Coach Miles. Set up the offense and try to get the momentum back, because right now there's no doubt that Providence Day has all of it with 3 consecutive goals, and that's how lacrosse is. It's a game of streaks. But the Greenies, they need to get one home before this first half comes to an end. That's going to have to happen if the entire attack and Hunter Vines are on the field. That's how we'll see. Christ School so far has been scoring, and they will continue to score.
So important 30 seconds for Christ School to be able to go into the half, currently up 6. But they want to take their time and get a good possession here and maybe get another goal like they did at the end of the first, able to score 3 goals in the last 2 minutes. So with 30 seconds left, look for them to get a good shot and hopefully put another one on the board as Providence Day continues to feel more and more comfortable in this game after the early onslaught from Christ School.
15 seconds now on the clock. Christ School still passing it around. They're going to have to go here shortly. Just 10 seconds now. Jack Harrison with the ball. Finds Sean Dow. Thinks about it. Davis Lindsay, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And a deep shot, I believe, from Davis Lindsay. He's going to end the first half. So not exactly what Coach Miles had drawn up, but Providence Day doing a great job closing out that second quarter after a slow start.
Yeah, but all in all, Christ School, if you told them when this game started that they were going to go into the half up 10-4, I doubt they would have thought that possible. So Greenies lead 10-4, playing well so far, but obviously Providence Day had a great last 4 minutes there of the half, and we will be back shortly after this brief halftime intermission.
The primary job at Christ School is to develop a young man and his future. Coming to a school like this, they get to be the captain of their own ship. They get to make choices that have benefits. Learning to do business with adults and being their own self-advocate, I don't know if there's anything more important than that.
Yeah, relationships are at the core of what we do. We don't want people to just be passengers throughout this entire experience. We want them to be drivers.
When my son came as a 9th grader, it was kind of normal. You met your teacher on the first day of class. But after you've been here a year, it's so wonderful because by the time you go into, let's say, 10th grade and you go to see your teachers for the first time, you've already probably either had them as a coach or had meals with them in the dining hall.
I think that the relationship with teachers especially, from my experience, is just really close. So it's small classes, really intimate with the teacher. Even during extra help or after school, you can schedule meetings or even just show up.
I came to Christ School this year, so it's just been really supportive. Everybody's been really nice, and I've already met a lot of people. I can go someplace and all of the teachers know my name, which is just a great experience that you can't get in a lot of places.
Each boy comes here with a narrative, with experiences, with quirks, with a sense of humor. We like that. What we want to do is to develop that. So at graduation, I've got an 18-year-old boy crossing the stage that's fully engaged and fully functional and ready for the next step in his life.
The way the teachers teach, totally boy-centered, because they know through research that boys like a louder voice. They like a teacher that's moving around the room. The boys want to interact with the teacher.
I've gotten into things digital photography, like that I wouldn't usually do at home or at another school.
The course load is difficult in a way, but you have people who can support you and help you through it.
The Christ School campus is located in a very unique area. We're 8 miles from downtown Asheville and all the amenities that they offer. But more importantly, we have these 500 pristine acres where a boy can be a boy. If he wants to run through the woods, if he wants to fish, if he wants to ride his mountain bike through the 5 miles of cut trails, this is just an awesome venue.
For boys, it's a dream world here in the mountains with so many outdoor adventure sports all around that they can get to quickly, but at the same time to have what downtown Asheville offers with all of the arts and the different activities. It's just a perfect location for this school.
There's a bond here, there's a brotherhood where they watch each other's backs, they support each other, whether it's on the stage in drama, whether it's on the football field, whether it's on a community service trip. There is a special camaraderie here that you can only really experience if you come and see it and meet our young men. It is one of the most impressive things and the thing that I'm probably most proud of here at Christ School.
All right, looks like we had a couple minutes left in the halftime intermission, but both teams say we want to get started. So here we are. Christ School comes into the half leading 10-4 over the Providence Day Chargers. And just a reminder, if you guys are tuning in, one, we appreciate you being here, but two, the live clock is not working. Scoreboard is, but we will continue to tell you guys what is going on as the game goes on. McLaughlin, nobody picks him up. Unable to score there, but he continues to win faceoffs, which puts Christ School in a good position. But now, number 14 for Providence Day, and another quick goal for the Chargers, and another goal from Cole Jesse, his 4th of the game, and that is 4 consecutive goals for Providence Day.
Yeah, and it comes back down to the idea of transition goals in Christ School. That's been one of their weakest points this year, especially defensively, as solid as this defense is. It's the transition goals and shots that really get to them. And that one right there, nobody picked up the ball. Also, great movement by Providence Day. The Chargers doing a great job as McLaughlin wins another faceoff.
Yeah, you know, if McLaughlin if McLaughlin hadn't been as successful as he had in the first half, I don't know if the score is what it is. Single-handedly keeping Greenies in the game, as Christ School has been struggling to put some goals home here early, but they will slow things down, go 6v6. So big possession for Christ School, who needs a goal here after 4 consecutive from Providence Day.
Yeah, and Davis Lindsay now with the mismatch. He's got the shorty on him. That's number 21, Kyle Wood, but then they switch back. So the Chargers now, looks like they're in a zone, a 3-3 zone. So Greenies will have to change up the offense as Zach Grinnig carries behind X.
Good move by Jack Harrison, and he'll put it home. Great individual play by Jack Harrison, and a much-needed goal for Christ School. 11-5 now with 10:26 left in the third quarter. And Will, big goal for Christ School.
Yeah, much-needed goal as well to stop the streak of the Chargers. But a great spin move by Harrison right there. The defender, I believe that might have been number 19. I don't know exactly who. It might have been Carter Blessing for the Chargers, but someone lost their footing because the conditions are starting to change. The rain is coming, but
yeah, we have some thunder. We're going to see, as of right now, there has been no lightning, so no official word that there's going to be a break. And it at halftime, it started to come down, but no official issues with the rain. All right, ladies and gentlemen, officially, as you can see, players are headed off the field. There is a lightning delay. We will be waiting for at least 30 minutes from each consecutive lightning strike. So as of right now, we will be back in a little bit. So we will update you. If you guys want to follow along on the Greenie Sports Twitter, we will let you guys know where we are. But that is Greenie, Greenie Sports. And please follow along there to find out what's going on, and we will also try and make updates on here as well. So sorry for that, but we will be back whenever the lightning passes. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had a torrential downpour here for about the last 45 minutes, including lightning. But we are going to be underway here in just a moment. There's 10-11 left in the third quarter, so plenty of lacrosse left for Providence Day, who trails by a score of 11-6. However, in the last 6 minutes, they had outscored Christ School 5-1, including a goal right before the official lightning delay. So looks like both teams will have taken this time to regroup and kind of have a second half, Will. So what do you expect to see from the Greenies here in the second half?
Well, I think the Greenies were a little frustrated during that little intermission we just had, delay. They were frustrated in the defense, the transition defense. They gave up 5 goals from that, 1 from man up. So they know that if they can fix something like that, they're going to control the rest of the game. So I think they're going to come out a little fired up, but also a little upset as McLaughlin wins the face but turns it over.
Yeah, McLaughlin had such a fantastic first half, winning quite a bit of the faceoffs. But if we see a change at all and Tyler Campbell take over here, look for a different second half from Providence Day. Freshman Cole Jesse with 4 of their 6 goals. He has been fantastic for the Chargers. On the other side of the ball, Hunter Vines with 4 goals of his own. So let's look to see how the beginning of this last 10 minutes of the third quarter goes, because once again, we do have rain on the way. So hopefully we can get this finished before then, as a turnover from Providence Day. That was Robinette trying to get it over to
Baird Kosakis.
Baird Kosakis, definitely what I was going to say. So look for Christ School to take advantage of this first possession and really try and set a tone here early in the third quarter, as we have 9:10 remaining. And Will, I felt like Christ School missed quite a few easy opportunities from just point-blank range they weren't able to put home. I don't know if they talked about that at all in the locker room, but why do you feel like that happened?
To be honest, I don't really know. I think it's just one of those days where not every shot's falling. Like the first time these two teams met, Christ School was just hitting everything. But the players did talk. They were happy and satisfied about how the offense has been playing so far, putting up 11. But they were upset about some of the shot selections, especially after defense has been on the field for a while. As another transition opportunity for the Chargers this time, Christ School slows it down.
Yeah, good job there by Philip Hodges, who wasn't able to completely look in that pass, but he was able to get back and really help his teammates out and stop that transition from happening. So behind the cage, that's Will Filio, All-State player from Providence Day, who scored in the scored in the third quarter, but a good defensive play from Spencer Dyer. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. So great hit there from Filio, and he'll get it back, but they're going to have a flag, but that flag's going to be on Christ School, but good save by Bo Hekimovich. Frustrated, but Bo Hekimovich able to keep that ball out of the goal. Great job by him.
So 2 penalties on McNichols, both slashes. So he's going to be serving 2 minutes, actually. And his release will be at 6:50. 5:50.
Will, any idea if that is unreleasable?
No, it is releasable. It is just a slash. Most of the time we'll see penalties that are unreleasable if anything's to head or possibly unsportsmanlike. But that one, just a slash, so he'll be serving 2 minutes. But the Chargers, they're going to have an opportunity to strike first after this delay.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, only a 5-goal game. I mean, look for this one to really start to make things uncomfortable for Christ School. They're looking for the back-to-back state championship. Well, Providence Day looking for their first championship since 2007. So big 2 minutes for both teams, and they are able to put it home. Great pass there from Cole Jesse to number 11, Alex Jemison Magno. So big play for Providence Day, and they continue to make things difficult for Christ School.
So that penalty releases, and now both teams will be 6-on-6 to start this face.
Yeah, look for someone from Christ School. Really got to step up, be a leader here, and say, guys, you know, we got this. Let's not play afraid, because you know you don't want to play to lose, certainly. And you know, they were up 10-2 at one point. Now we're looking at an 11-7 game. So things have severely changed here in the course of the last hour. With 6 goals out of the 7 from Providence Day, a rain delay as well, and then they come back out here. And, you know, Will, we spoke in the opening about the freshman Cole Jesse, and he's got, you know, 4 or 5 goals on his own. He's got 2 assists, and he is just playing some fantastic lacrosse for Providence Day. So really making life difficult for the Greenies with how he's able to play on the offensive end. As we see Davis Lindsay will take a shot that will go off the post. Both teams now fighting for it as we see Sean Dow trying to make things difficult. But out of nowhere is number 21, that's Kyle Wood. And Providence Day is on the offensive now. So Providence Day with the offensive opportunity here. And they're going to get a near shot. Oh, man, tough over-the-head shot from freshman Ethan Robinette. Tried to go completely looking the opposite direction, tried to score there. So if you're Providence Day, you just got to continue doing what you're doing, because I feel like, one, there's obviously been a shift in momentum, but you can sense that they're starting to feel some confidence. But a good save from Bo Hekimovich. Much needed save from him. And now we see Alex Byron. And he'll get the ball to Hunter Vines. Hunter Vines and Manning there at the top. And they're and he's going to make a move. They are going to put a flag down, and that shot is going to go wide. Davis Lindsay's shot, but they will get possession, and there will be a flag, so we'll see what that penalty is.
So Christ School now, their second man-up opportunity of the game. They really need to capitalize off this. Unsuccessful on the first one, but Zach Grinny now finds Hunter Vines, who drops it, loses his stick, and Bear Kosakis comes up with it. Now the Chargers on a fast break, man down, turn it over, and Hunter Vines picks it back up.
Yeah, lucky situation there for Christ School with Providence Day turning it over. And now they're headed the other way. That's Davis Lindsay trying to make a dodge. Good pass over to Jack Harrison, but that one will go just wide. So 11-7. Sorry, we haven't said the time here in a while. 4:18 remaining in the third quarter. Sun's out now, but we know rain is on the way. So both teams trying to, Greenies trying to stop this this goal onslaught by Providence Day, while the Greenies are trying to get on the board. That shot from Philip Hodges. Great. He faked high, went low, able to put it past the goalie. Huge goal from Philip Hodges. Scored the first goal of the state championship last year, scoring a big goal for Christ School this year. So Greenies able to get on the board here for the first time since the rain delay. And hopefully that goal will settle things down. And hopefully Jack McLaughlin and what we said would be the biggest matchup of the day can continue to do what he's been doing in the faceoff circle.
Yeah, and so what the Chargers have started to do is they started to double pull off the faceoff spot. So they've kept two defensive pulls as a little scrum goes on, and looks like, I don't know, some smack talk going on the other sideline. But nonetheless, the Chargers, they've double pulled, and so that's really to slow down the face-off. And most of the time, like when we see against Country Day, Fewen did the face-offs and he was an LSM. The LSM will just let the Fogo for the other team win the face-off and just start going to town on him. As Jack Harrison comes around X, tried to find Grindy, but Hunter Vines picks it up. And Grindy!
Oh, Zach Grindy had a little bit of time, had some room, but he does have a goal as he is able to put that one home. Great pass, just a nice pass over from Hunter Vines, as 2 consecutive goals makes it 13-7 with 3:29 left in the third quarter. So big play there, a near turnover, but Hunter Vines there to back up. Grindy gets him the ball, and Grindy able to put that one home. And fantastic shot there from Zach Grindy, a junior, came to Christ School from Virginia this year, was an All-American before he got here, and makes an All-American play there to give Christ School a 6-goal lead once again. Good job by Will McNichols. He got about 7 or 8 guys in the scrum, but leave it to Max Bree to pick it up and get a timeout. And Greenies are fired up. 2 big goals there, making things a little bit more comfortable.
But still, I can't get over that shot by Grindy. First, the shot by Phil Hodges to finally break the ice for the Greenies, and then Zach Grindy letting the cannon loose here in the third quarter. Puts the Greenies up 13-7. Just 3 minutes, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. And the Greenies getting a little momentum back.
Yeah, they definitely needed it. I mean, honestly, I've been so impressed by the attack unit of Providence Day. And one of the things that they did so well there when they had those 5 or 6 straight goals was they were just pushing in transition, and Christ School wasn't able to match that quickness. So great job by them. And you know what? It was at one point a 9-goal game. It was down to 4. Now it's 6. There is still a lot of time left. We're still talking about over 15 minutes left of game time here. So if you're Providence Day, you said, hey, guys, we had a rough couple minutes there. Let's get it back. And, I would not be surprised to see them do so. Coach Bobby Thompson's been coaching there for a long time. Fantastic coach for the Chargers. And his staff, I'm sure he talked to the guys in that timeout and said, look, we're fine. We're fine. Take a deep breath, and let's get it back. So let's see with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third quarter what Providence Day can do to get back into it.
So Bo Hekmovich now with the ball. He finds Alex Byron, who's going to clear it for the Greenies.
We'll have to be honest. And, Hekmovich, just a sophomore. He's been so great for Christ School since 8th grade. I hope that at some point in the next 2 years, he just brings it all the way up by himself and scores. I don't think anything – I might be able to retire from this booth happy if Hekmovich can eventually score from the goalie position. He's gotten close a couple times, but Coach Miles always calls a timeout before giving him that chance. But anyway, Philip Hodges with the ball. Also on offense, we have Lindsey Grindy, who takes a shot, which will go over the goal. Vines will take that out. So Grindy, Manning, Vines, Harrison, Lindsey and Philip Hodges.
Yeah, it's not that Coach Miles doesn't trust Bo's shooting ability, which is not the best, but it's the fact that he doesn't want to watch Bo run all the way back downfield.
Speak for yourself. Well, I'd love to see that. Fast break opportunity for Providence Day. Good job by Spencer Dyer to get back and slow that down. Thought that for a moment Kyle Wood had a chance to score himself, but slows it up. 6v6, got a one-on-one opportunity, and that pass just sails over the head of Cole Jesse. So 2 potential opportunities squandered there for Providence Day. But once again, it's that transition that we see from them that is so deadly, which has been so difficult for Christ School to handle here in the first 3 quarters. But we're at 1:40 left. That's Sean Dow, the freshman. Thought about it, decided to pull it back out.
Hunter Vines now got his hands free, finds Jack Harrison, who misses as Steiner came out a little bit, cut down the angle. Greenies still have the ball. Just a little time left in the third quarter.
Yeah, and I think, Will, that's at the end of the day what I've been most surprised about in regards to the Greenie offense. You know, they're always able to put balls home, and to see us miss a couple opportunities so close to goal, I think it's been a shock not only for us in the booth, but for the team on the sidelines as well.
So Byron now on Filio. Filio gets stripped after 3 Greenies collapse on him, and Sean Dow about had it, but turned it over.
Yeah, you can see that Alex Magno falls down there. It's a slippery field. Like I said, it had been raining all night. It rained there for an hour, so it might look nice on the live stream weather-wise, but it's been definitely difficult on the field. Guys slipping and sliding all over the place. But with just over 34 seconds left here in the third quarter and just 12 remaining in the fourth, you can't complain about conditions.
As interference is called. So the Chargers, after the Greenies cause the turnover, will keep the possession alive. But if you notice, we talked about how the transition defense was poor in the second quarter for the Greenies, allowing several goals for the Chargers. If you notice that last time, Spencer Dyer doing a great job. He stayed home, and I think Coach Miles mentioned to the polls during that delay, stay home on the transition. Let the middies get back in the hole and go from there. Don't slide early every time.
All right, so good shot opportunity there from Providence Day. Goes just wide. And at the end of the third quarter, Christ School leads 13-7 over Providence Day in the 3A 2018 NCISAA Division I Championship. 12 minutes left. Both teams looking to end their season on the highest of all notes, and look for both teams to fight here in these last 12 minutes to get the job done. They're going to need some big play from the goalie, Jake Steiner. They're going to need some big play from guys like Will Filio, from Cole Jesse, who's been phenomenal for Providence Day this game, and look for a continued impressive, an important defense from Christ School, from guys like Luke Brzezinski and Byron and Bree McNichols and Spencer Dyer. So big 12 minutes left here, and we back shortly.
Grant Abrams doing a great job winning that faceoff for the Chargers. They're going to start off the fourth quarter with the ball as Bear Kosakis takes it around X, guarded by number 21, Hunter Vines.
I was talking to Coach Miles prior to this game, and one of the things I asked him, I said, you guys won the state championship last year, as we see a great save from Bo Hekimovich, nearly put home by Cole Jesse. But in speaking with him, I said, what's the biggest difference for a coach from a coaching staff perspective in a second, state championship opportunity? And he said, we have to remember that we've been here before. This is the third year in a row from us. They fell in 2016. We're a little bit more seasoned in our approach and the week leading up to that. But, we have to give our guys confidence as well as being prepared as possible. At the end of the day, these guys have been playing lacrosse since they were young, so you got to try a little bit not to overhype the game, and that he really feels like we're the only team that can beat us, and they said that from the beginning of the season. And with 12 minutes to go, the one team that's trying to do that is Providence Day. So look for them to really, in these last, now that we sit at 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth, really to give it all they can to get back in this game. And we saw that early 17-5 score at the end of the end of April between Christ School and Providence Day. But this is a different team we've seen from Providence Day so far, playing with a lot of confidence, especially after being down early. And Cole Jesse just playing games with Bo Hekimovich there as he fakes about 3 or 4 times before putting it home. Can't believe that a guy who's already scored 5 goals is that open for Providence Day, but he does it again. And, man, scary to think that he is just a freshman.
Yeah, that's Providence Day's 6th transition goal. They've got 2 on man up, still yet to score on 6v6. So Christ School just beating themselves at this point.
So that is definitely a name we'll be calling here in the future. Cole Jesse. Christ School played on the road the first game. They'll be playing here next year. So I would not be surprised if we see and say that name quite a few times here over the course of the next 3 years as he has just been playing with the Christ School defense, especially in transition, as you mentioned. So Greenies here, 6v6, 9:40 remaining. They're going to try and take some time off the clock, leading here by 5 goals.
Yeah, but as good as Jesse is, you've got to give a lot of credit to his teammates who are finding him wide open on the crease, and that's because they're drawing the slide on these transition opportunities as Zach Grinny does a great job keeping possession. And Hunter Vines now to Davis Lindsay, who hits the outside. Still no angle on that shot. That's not the shot he should be taking right there. It's just a low-angle shot, and for that example, went outside, even with some space in the goal. Chargers now, fast break, Filio on the crease. Diving save by Hekimovich, and Coles Manning's going the other way with the ball. What a save right there by Hekimovich.
Yeah, I'm telling you, without Bo Hekimovich in goal right now, this is a different game. He has made about 5 or 6 diving acrobatic saves, and to think that if all of those goals, or at least half of those goals, had gone in, this is a much different game as Greenies lead 13-8 with 8:40 remaining. So impressive play from Bo Hekimovich, and man, Greenies are really lucky to be having him in goal right now. So Hunter Vines had a thought about it, decided to pull it back out. It's Davis Lindsay at the top to Hunter Vines. It looks like they'll run a play here, 6v6. And Davis Lindsay had struggled early in the first half, but he puts that one home. An important goal for Davis and his confidence, and an important goal for Christ School. And they lead 14-8, 8:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. So we had seen that Davis had missed a couple of shots just above GLE, trying to take some difficult angles, but it looks like on that one there, able to find the back of the net, getting it past Jake Steiner for Providence Day. Big goal for the Greenies And I spoke with Davis quite a bit this week about the game, and he said that in terms of nerves, he really doesn't feel it too much during the week. And he feels like if I'm super nervous before the game, if I'm fired up, we don't play the way that he's capable of. Didn't talk to him before the game about nerves, so not sure how he was feeling. But, when you have a team coming back on you like that, and then you have to sit in a rain delay for 40 minutes, I wonder how that affects the psyche. But Jack McLawhorn with another face-off win. And then there's going to be I believe that was a hit in the head there. So Greenies will have a chance. Sean Dow from deep puts it home. Great pass from Zach Grindy. His fourth, I believe, assist of the game. Sean Dow from Simpsonville, South Carolina, puts that one home. Beautiful goal from deep. And Greenies lead extended to 7 goals, 7:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. So it looks like, Will, these last couple minutes here, anytime that Providence Day has put a goal home, Christ School has answered with 2. So definitely the right time to be getting it all together. But still quite a bit of time left, 7:40 remaining. Great job by Jack Harrison getting it over to Max Bree. And we had Max Bree carrying it in for a touch.
So Hunter Vines now with the ball. 7 minutes, 20 seconds now on the clock. Greenies up 7. Just trying to stay in control as Jack Harrison loses it. And the Greenies are also man up. Do not forget that. Phil Hodges to Davis Lindsay to Hunter Vines, who bounces it in. Quite the slow shot, but he threw it right at the ground, and that sucker trickled in.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like it kind of got stuck in the dirt that had been there for the goalies. Got stuck in there. It's a little bit slower than we saw, but great jump pass from Davis Lindsay. Greenies lead now extended to 8, 16-8, 7 minutes left. Three quick goals from Christ School, trying to put this game out of reach. 3A state championship as Tyler Campbell wins the faceoff, but Will McNichols be going the other way, but slips. So we're going to have a transition. We got a 2-on-2, but Greenies hustling back here. That's Will Filio. Good defense there by Bree and Byron. Good double. Filio working hard, but saved by Bo Hekimovich, and he's going to get called for being in the crease was Filio. So Greenies moving the other way. That's Luke Brzezinski. Got a 4-on-4 opportunity, being aggressive, and he will shoot. That one saved by Steiner, but Zach Grindy tries the behind-the-back shot, will go just wide. Greenies lead, still 8, 6:20 remaining.
Yeah, Brzezinski, the senior, wanted to get on the scoring as well. Was feeling a little left out. He took his chance, but great save by Steiner. Great one-on-one save as well. Steiner, just like Hekimovich, both from Charlotte, both great goalies, and they've played well so far today as Lindsay misses again.
Yeah, Jake Steiner last year, the first opportunity I had to see him was in a 13-12 game, and he was great in goal. Christ School able to score in the last couple seconds of that game, but Steiner, that guy, he's a big dude. He's like 6'3", 6'4", takes up a lot of the goal. He's got quick hands, and he's made life difficult here for Christ School here in the early going. Looks like Greenie been able to put a couple of ones past him, but any shot that's really outside of 10 feet, he does a great job of saving. So Jake Steiner, a fantastic goalie for Providence Day and an all-state member as well.
As a pass ends up in Hekimovich's stick, he finds Dodenhoff, and now the Greenies on the transition. McNichols with the ball again. He scored earlier.
So Christ School really going to look, I would imagine, well, just as I say, to take some time off the clock. They had a shot opportunity there that they just had to take. Under 6 here. Greenies leading by 8. But fast break here for Ethan Robinette. Shot saved by Bo Hekimovich. And Hunter Vines now wide open in the midfield. This is where he's most dangerous. And he'll make a move. And he'll put it home. Hunter Vines able to get the clear and the touch and the goal. Great job by Hunter Vines. And when Will, when he's in the midfield, in an open field like that, he is tough to stop.
Yeah, Hunter Vines just dialed in. It's got to be the stick. Changed it this week. Put a white shooter in. Said the other one was not working as well, and I guess he's feeling it today. But he is in a good mood with just 4.5 minutes left. Greenies back up by 9.
Yeah, Hunter Vines with 6 goals this game. Over 200 goals for his career. So he will be much missed next year as he is headed on to play college lacrosse at High Point with Christ School teammate Riley Smith, who graduated last year, both All-Americans in 2017. Would be surprised if Hunter wasn't an All-American here in 2018. And good defense by McNichols, forcing the turnover. Greenies will go the other way as James Lilly restarts the possession. That's James Lilly with the ball on the far side. And he'll probably need to get a touch for Christ School. Gets it over to Marshall McDill from Asheville, North Carolina, a senior. And Christ School's going to slow things down here, try and take some time off the clock. So on offense right now, it's Hodges now manning with the ball. Will Dodenhoff, Zach Grindy, Jack Harrison, and Davis Lindsay. So things winding down here. Christ School with the lead 17-8, 3 minutes remaining. And Will, I can't believe, I don't want to say it too early, but to think that Christ School is going to come away with a back-to-back state championships, that's just absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, and it goes to show that you don't always need the best players because Christ School lost several seniors. You just need a team that plays well together, and that's what they've shown this year. They didn't have the players they had last year with the ability as some of those guys were capable of doing, but just the players and, the chemistry that these guys have that I've seen as it's progressed throughout the year has been phenomenal as Hekimovich checks out and is going to be surrounded by teammates.
Yeah, Bo Hekimovich, who started for Christ School in 8th grade, now just a sophomore, has made 3 consecutive state championship appearances. Will have his second ever. And you can see the Greenies hugging it out on the sideline right now. And I asked Coach Miles, what does it mean to say goodbye to some of these guys? Max Bree, Luke Brzezinski, Marshall McDill, Alex Byron, Hunter Vines. And he said, this is one of the classes that he is going to miss the most. Philip Hodges as well. And he said he's been coaching Brzezinski and McDill and Hunter Vines since 6th grade, in summer teams. And it's going to be really tough to see this class graduate. The leadership from all these guys has just been paramount over the years and why this team is so successful. And he's really going to miss guys like Hodges and Bree and McLaughlin as well as Hunter Vines shoots. And if that is the final goal we will see from Hunter Vines in a Christ School uniform, then it is a fantastic one to end on because Hunter Vines puts that one home. And, wow, what a career for Hunter Vines. So my main man in the booth, Will Smoots, who's been a manager and player for Christ School, I just sent him down to the field and let him celebrate with his team. He has worked hard, and Coach Miles wanted me to make sure to give him a special shout-out because he has meant so much to this Christ School program, and I will certainly miss him here in the booth as the Greenies lead. Just a minute 23 remaining, 18-8 Greenies lead. And we see in the game for the first time Ross Oakley played defensive end for the Greenies football team. Mikey Peralta, a freshman from the Bronx. We also see number 14, that's Kevin Mazon, as well as number 28, as we see a goal scored there from Cole Jesse, his 6th or 7th of the game. And, man, Christ School defense can have nightmares about that kid because he has been unbelievable for the Chargers. James Lilly is also out there for Christ School. We are under 1 minute, 59.1 seconds remaining. Greenies looking to go back-to-back in the 3A state championship. And just unbelievable season. They will finish 17-3. Providence Day 19-5. And just a great game here. Providence Day made it interesting. They were down 10-1 and eventually got within 4, 11-7. But the Greenies settled down and were able to get it done as we see Sam Bassett, an 8th grader for the Greenies there on offense. Jack DeBose, number 15, Hudson Ford, Will Dodenhoff, 23, Andrew King, and number 24, Marshall McDill. And the team starting to clap it up on the sideline. 30 seconds remaining. Coach Miles says no more goals. Let's end it. Let's be classy. And Coach Miles doused with the Powerade. Just a great moment all around. Some incredible seniors for Providence Day. Just want to name some of them right now. Jake Steiner, Thomas Galorme, Ryan Heffes, Baird Kasakis, Jonathan Ault, Grant Abrams, Kyle Wood, Will Filio, Jake Scarden, Cole Brown, and Jack Justice. Jack Justice. An incredible moment for Christ School, back-to-back state champions, 3A Division I. And what a season they had. Congratulations to Coach Miles and his staff for getting it done consecutively. Please stick around and watch the award ceremony. And we thank you guys for joining us in the Christ School Broadcast Network. This has been the first year we've been able to offer this live stream thanks to this beautiful press box that's been finished. And thank you to the guys here in the booth, Ross Weathersby, Clark McDonald, and Andy Sue. These guys have been fantastic on being able to bring this to you. Just a great moment for Christ School. And hats off to Providence Day for fighting all game, and just a great moment for Christ School Lacrosse. Congratulations to Providence Day on a fantastic season and an incredibly hard-fought game today. And now for the presentation. For the second year in a row, your back-to-back state champions, Christ School. Christ School parents, if you would like to come over and take photos, you are welcome to do so.
We don't have any. He didn't say anything about